There's a story in every light, a vision waiting to shine. From churches to studios, from creators to dreamers, we rise together.
This is Ghana's moment, a space where innovation meets inspiration, where ideas come alive, and the tools of creation are in your hands. Live Ghana Media Tech Expo 2025, the creator stage, the church media zone, the exhibition and demo stage. 2 days of connection, creativity and change, because we don't just watch the future, Ghana, we create it.
Ghana Media Tech Expo 2025. Ghana Media Tech. In every frame, there's a story. In every light, a vision waiting to shine. From churches to studios, from creators to dreamers, we rise together.
This is Ghana's moment, a space where innovation meets inspiration, where ideas come alive, and the tools of creation are in your hands. Live Ghana Media Tech Expo 2025, the creator stage, the church media zone, the exhibition and demo stage. 2 days of connection, creativity and change, because we don't just watch the future, Ghana, we create it.
Ghana Media Tech Expo 2025. Ghana Media Tech.
Hi everyone, so welcome to my live. Today is Sunday, and as I promised, I'm going live to be able to look at the YoloBox Extreme. Okay, so that is the device I'll be looking at today. I'm coming. Let me. TikTok is trying to block me. So those of you on TikTok, I don't know if you are still on, but TikTok is trying to block the content. Anyway, I believe those of you on YouTube, you are able to watch. If you're on TikTok, I'm also streaming to my YouTube. So in case you are not able to watch it, you can go and look at it. Now, today, somebody is asking if you want to look at your my setup. So this is my setup today. There's one device here. I won't mention the name. Today, I'm looking at the YoloBox. So the one you see here is the YoloBox Ultra, and that is what I'm using to do the TikTok. Then the one in the middle is the YoloBox Extreme, and that is what we'll be looking at. Let me see if I can get the camera to focus on it. The camera didn't want to focus on it well, but let me see. So this is it over here. It's rather focusing on my hand, and let me send my hand here and see if I can get it focused on it. And then I think the laptop too is part of it, so it's focusing on the laptop than the device. Okay. Okay, so I think it's better now. Okay, so this is the Extreme. This is the Ultra. So you can see how this is looking. Wanda, quickly help me with this camera. The focus. I don't know. The screen too is not showing, so check what's wrong there. Why can't you see? So go into the setting and make sure it's showing. Sorry for that. So once it's back on, I'm going to show you, but let's just move on. So this is the device that YoloBox sent for the Ghana Media Tech Expo. So this will be on the demo stage. We'll set it up like this, and you'll be able to have a look at it. One thing that was happening to the camera is that the HDMI output is supposed to be on both the screen and then the out. So when he was setting it up, he should have checked that. And that's why he's not able to see the screen. I'm also not able to see the screen to be able to do any correction. Okay, so this is the device. What I'm going to do is to quickly go to the website, and then I'm going to show you some features. Okay, so this is actually a powerhouse. I like what they put over there, that this is a true powerhouse. So if you go in, you realize that we have 8 HDMI inputs. Then you also have 2 HDMI outputs. So what it means is that even though I have the screen showing over here, I can still output to 2 screens. So if you are a church and you are doing your production, you can send another feed to your screen, the second one to another screen. So you can decide what goes out of your production, okay? For example, if I have camera 1, I can decide to let the camera 1 come out. If I have camera 2, I can decide to let the camera 2 go out. So it's nice to have that. So if you see the top here, there is a 2 HDMI over here. Then you have 1 to 8 HDMI. One nice thing is that the first 3 is HD. The first 3 is HD, and then the one from the 4th one to the 8th is 4K. What it means is that you can actually bring 5 4K cameras into your production. Then if you look at the top, you see that you have a LAN port that will enable you to connect Ethernet to this device. You have 2 type A. So the 2 type A is showing here. What this also means is that you can connect any other devices. So for example, you can connect a webcam, a hard drive, and I sometimes connect a mouse or a keyboard to it, and I'm able to see it. The second thing that you'll be seeing is the mic and the line port. And then you have another type C. Apart from the type A, you have type C here, and that will give you the UVC. Apart from giving you UVC, you can actually connect this to your SSD, and you'll be able to get it. Then the last one is the power for this. So this is where you charge. So this is also a type C that you'll be able to charge, okay? So you have 8 HDMI input, 2 HDMI output. It's a 11.2 screen. One nice thing is that you have antenna for Wi-Fi and any other connection. Then you can actually stream 4K You can do ISO recording. You can do ISO recording, and then this will be able to take 6 HDMI input. So you have an Android system, you have Wi-Fi, and then you have Bluetooth, all connected. So this is just a simple diagram to show you what you can connect to the YoloBox Extreme. So your computer, your camcorders, cameras, your drone, and then one nice thing is that your webcam. So I have a webcam here. I'll look for Type-C cable, and then I will connect for us to see. Okay. So if you go down, they try to mention other things. Now the down here is having SIM card, and this is where you connect. If you have a stand, then this is the power button. Then you have SD card slot, and then the headphone slot. Okay. So I think my camera is back now. So this is what I wanted to show you. This is how the device looks. It's in a cage. Okay. So I like the way we have the dual assemblable HDMI output. Then you have 4K. So I'm going to talk about this, why I bought this device in the first place, especially the Ultra that I've been using. Now, there are times I'm shooting funerals, okay? A lot of people normally call me to shoot funeral, and they want to live stream the funeral to people who are not over there. And the first thing I will do is that even though I have a lot of switches I'm using, I'll give priority to the YoloBox. The reason is that it is easy for me to just face this on the main camera and connect the main camera and then the other camera on a transmitter. What is happening over there is that I'm going to be saving cost. You know, the other switches, if you put it on the table, somebody have to sit beside it and all of that. Even the ones with that round hole under it for you to put the stand, it still doesn't look nice for me. So if it's the YoloBox, I just use a clamp it on the tripod, and I'm good to go. Okay, so that works for me. Then there are times I go for a funeral or any other corporate event with the intention of doing production and doing post-production later. But once I have a YoloBox, I connect the other cameras, and then we are able to switch. Even though we are not live streaming, we switch record so that we don't have to come back and do post-production. So the first one is that you are saving the money that you will be paying extra person to come and do the switching. Whoever is doing the switching can just still control the main camera, right? So it makes working easy. Then when you are streaming, especially on YouTube and Facebook, one nice thing is that you can actually post it. Then, so for example, let me give a scenario. So they request that they want to see the file path, which means that you have to go to the house of the deceased and then be able to capture from there. Now, what a lot of people do is that when they go there and then they capture, they'll have to stop the stream. Then when they go to the church before they will continue, in that case, they will have to create a different link for people. But with the YoloBox, once I pause the stream, I will leave it like that, carry it with the tripod, go to the church visit, connect my internet, and then I'm good to go. I just press on the pause again, and then it will come live. And I don't have a break in the live stream. Okay, you just press it and you're able to go. One other nice thing is that this is using a SIM card. So with my Ultra, I have SIM card. They normally tell me if my data is finishing. Because it's an Android system, I see the message coming up that I have only 2 gig left and all. So I'm able to get that with the SIM card in it. Then sometimes, SIM card, depending on the internet provider you are using, I will want to connect Wi-Fi. So this can connect Wi-Fi, and then it can also connect internet. So this is the internet cable that I have over here. So I'm able to do all of that with this device. Okay. This device doesn't need a computer actually. If you have all the social media pages added, those platforms are added, you are able to go live. Okay. You just have to go and create the event, and then you'll be able to go live. So you don't need a computer. This is a computer on its own. I was so surprised. I've not seen a lot of people talking about the memory the Extreme is having. So actually they've added 220 gig. That's a lot. 220 gig to this. So if you connect this through the Type-C and you enable it in the setting, you can actually send this to, you can connect it to your PC, and then you can copy the file. So you can copy your files on this. So if you have videos you are going to play, you have lower text, you have logos and all of that, you just have to load everything here and you are good to go. Okay, so everything is here. You charge, and I've seen that the battery is able to last. I have 84% and I'm charging because I've used it, and it is working all right. Okay, so this is a powerhouse indeed. I've been using a lot of switches, but this is a portable switcher that you can just pick on the go and work with this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to show us the interface. So I've connected some cameras to it, so you see how it's looking. Now let me go back here, go to the screen and see if you'll be able to see the entire screen. Okay, so if you want to do live streaming on YouTube and any other platform, this is where the first one where you see live streaming, that's where you enter. Then they have the monitor mode. So if you're not doing live streaming, as I mentioned that I like doing recording so that I don't have to do a lot of post-production, you can also use that. You can see the CPU usage. They are giving me 2 point something because I'm not even using it now, 2.8, 3.14. Then you see the battery level, and then you see the network. Then you see the settings, so configuration. You click on it, you see, then it will open for you. This is where you can add your platform. This is my account. One nice thing about YOLO Life is that they also have an account that you can connect to and load your files there. So that one you have to pay. Okay. So how many of us know of Restream? If you know of Restream, that's how it works. So the way you have Restream, you send one video to the platform and then it redistributes it to all the other platforms. That is the same thing YOLO Live, or we call it YOLO Cast, is doing. Okay, so if you have that connected, you can stream to as many platforms that you want. So you have the connection here. So this is where you see your internet connectivity. One nice thing is that they have a network speed text, so you can text to see your speed. Let me see my speed. I think I'm using, is it Vodafone? So let me see my upload speed. So should we wait for it? Okay, so it's going to show me the upload. So 22 MB, that's fine. Then you can see the CPU usage over here. Okay, so they assign the percentage here about the device and all. I'm going to go back here, and then let's enter the live streaming mode. So this is the event I created today just to be able to open this. Okay, so what just happened is that when I open that application, or when I open the streaming site, by default it goes into program mode. So the program mode is what is showing right now. So I have to go to settings and then mirror it. Okay, so let me do that quickly. Let me show you from 3. So this is how it's showing here. So it's not like that's gone off. It's just that because I open it, it's in default mode. So look at this. I will be showing you this. So there's an output here. So you see that the HDMI output, the first one is program out. It's showing over here. Then you have multi-view. Then you have custom. Custom means that you can decide what goes out. So if your cam 1, 2, 3 is what you want to go out, you can send it. But what we want is the mirror. Okay, so my mirror is back. Okay. So when you open the live streaming one, this is how you're going to see the entire page. You see at the top. So you see here, this is the video that is live. Okay, or if I'm recording, this will be what I'm recording. And I have video input of HDMI 1 and HDMI 2. So you can see that these are two different videos. Okay. Then this is where you add your video source. So if I select add video source, look at the options it's giving me. It's giving me the 8 camera options. Then as I mentioned, the USB 1 and 2, and then even the UVC, the UVC type, which is also a USB-C. All of these three you can connect your webcam to it. I can even connect my I'm coming. I can even connect my YoloBox Ultra through UVC back into this, and I will be able to see it. Okay, that's one nice thing about it. So you can add videos, you can add images. What you have to do is that you make sure your videos are on your external hard drive, or they are on the internal one, or they are on the SDI. So what I'm going to do is to connect this to the Type-C here. Okay, so the Type-C, that is the UVC, can serve that purpose. If I am having this SSD that is also Type A, then I'll connect it and it will still come. So if I go to images, I can look for the USB storage, and I can go through the images I want. So let me just pick this. So you see it's here. Then let's pick a video source. You select, you go to video. Then you can pick a video source. I don't know how many videos you can pick actually, but I was just picking videos and it wasn't ending. So these are videos that I have done. And see, I'm still selecting. So look, I can see all these videos. So you can select this video and then this video is going live. You can just press and then it will go live. Okay. Let's go back to the addition. So you have all of them here. You have web. So let's look at the web. So you can also add NDI. So the device that is sending the video for me, I can pick NDI from here. Okay, so this device is on my NDI. And so I have it showing over here. Look at this. So whatever you are seeing is still repeating itself on the device here. Where is my phone? I wish I get my phone. My phone is charging somewhere. It's on the floor. So I'm going to get it. Yeah. So get me the phone and I will put on my Wi-Fi and connect to, okay, so it's connected to the Wi-Fi. Let me change the Wi-Fi. This is the Wi-Fi, all of them are on. Then I'm going for NDI, or okay, so I have this NDI HX camera and I can send a video. Okay. Why are they asking me to pay? Okay, so let me go back to the NDI and see if I'll see my phone. Okay, so my phone is not showing. Let me use the screen capture. So NDI. So it's still not showing. I just want to make sure my phone is on the same network. Okay, let me try the MTN. Maybe the device is actually connected to MTN. The NDN didn't want to show. Okay, so one nice thing is that I don't have to pay for the NDI. So my phone is showing now. So it means this is connected to my. So you can see my phone is the one showing over here. So if I go to photos, okay, so let me see my. So you can see it connected. I'll have to do auto rotation for it. But what I want to show is that if you are connected on the same network, you can actually just add about 6 of them. That's so great. Then you have the SRT, TMP. Then one nice thing I like that they added here is that you can add a web. So for example, let me say Ghana Media Tech. If you haven't registered for this program, please do all and register. Just go to the site, Ghana Media Tech Expo.org. Okay, so if you are sure you've typed correctly, you just click on done, and I think you wait for some time and it will come. Okay. So you can see it's loading over here. If your internet is good, you should have it. Now you see there is something like a hand touch over there. When I select it, it will make this very big, and then I can scroll through the website. So if I'm doing presentation, it's easy to just bring in my website without necessarily using a laptop to send this. Okay, look at this. Buy a ticket now. So if you go to the site, you go to buy a ticket now. It will load this for you. And then at the side, you see the ticket. Now the demo stage and the exhibition is free. So you can see that it's 0 amount. You just select it. For example, if you want to be part of the content creation mastery, you can also select it. But if not, then just go ahead and register for the 0 amount, which means that you are just coming for the exhibition. So let me select the mastery, and then you come here, you select get ticket. It will take you to a page where you enter your details. Okay, so just look at this. You enter your name over here. Look at how I can even zoom in. Is this not nice? Then when you are done, you proceed to payment. Okay. Now there's this arrow here that will send it back. So you have this. So you can actually use this to do your own presentation on a different website. And this can actually, you can even add a PDF. So the PDF, the pages, you can go through the pages. Now let's look at this. You can do customization. So there is a lot over here. So let's see this view, the multi-view. You can bring your custom multi-view by this one are already in it. So A. So I can decide to select this. Okay. And this will be my. So look at this. You can check the thickness of the white border you are seeing. Then you can scale it. It means it will zoom in, or you go back. Okay, just look at this. You can give it a background, or you can add your own background by going to any of the storage, and then you select it, click on done, and it should be here. Now, if you think the thumbnail here, if you think it's small or big, you can actually adjust it by clicking on the down there. Okay. let me show you in video how it's looking. So it's over here. It's the red one showing over here. Can you see it? So when there is an arrow. So you can see it. It's not an arrow. So this is like a slider. So when you slide in, you can make it smaller. Okay. I'm not going to go through the entire thing because of the program we'll be having. So that is it. Then at the top here, you can do a replay. So I can go into replay and do replay. You can do recording. So they will ask where you want to record. This is the internal one. I can select it. Once you start recording, you see that it's recording. If you want to go live, you just click on go live. And before I go live, I have to select the platform that I want to go live. So I have this platform here. I don't know if I have to. Okay, so I've selected public. Then if I click on go live, I can go live. And you have to go and do the setting to know. And it's even showing here. So the streaming encoding setting is 1080p, 30 frames per second, 4.0 MB. I think the internet is good. It should be able to handle that. So these are the platforms that you want to stream to. Then if you look down, you have what we call record. The record will show the hard drives you have connected. So the one you want to stream to, you select it. Okay. Now, encoding setting, you can change it yourself. Then you can select the source. I mentioned that this can actually do ISO recording. So you can decide which one you want to bring into it. Okay. So let me stop the recording. Then I can go back and say I want to select. So you see that this is my USB storage. This is SD card. We don't have any SD card in it. Then I can select all this and say that I want to record all this input. Then my recording limit, I can decide to make it 60 or just record throughout. Sometimes it's good to give it time so that if there is an issue with one, it will not affect the entire thing. Okay. So you come to the same place. You can look at the bit rate, the streaming, all of that over here. So this is where I can select my recording. I can set it up. I can increase it. You know, when you increase the bit rate, your size will increase. Okay. So you can do all of that over here. We will look at that into detail. Then you can do like a scoreboard. So those of you who play game, you can do scoreboard and then you style it. Okay. You style it and then you bring it into. So look at it over here. I can position it. I was somewhere and then you enter values. Okay. So if you are doing sports, this will be good for you. So let me take it out. Then you have the replay. So if you want to replay, especially for sport, you can do that. Then we have auto switching. So you can do auto switching if you assign sound to it. For example, if all the cameras have sound going into it, I can do video follows audio. Then if that person starts talking, it will pick that person automatically. I have really not tried this. We'll be doing it during the program. Then you can also invite guests. So you can actually send a link to somebody to join your live streaming. Okay. Then if I'm live on Anchor Media and you go and leave comment, it will be showing over here. It will be showing over here. So the comment will be here. And then you can go and customize it. So for example, if somebody asks me a question on my YouTube channel that I'm on, I can just select and then bring it in. You can customize them over here. Okay. So you have the comment at this session. One nice thing is that you can add music. So if I have a music on my USB storage, these are all audio files. I can bring them in. I like this elevate musical motivation. Is this music that I normally play at funerals. So you can use this. So you can add so many of them here. The music background, the volume control is here. So you can control it from there and all. And this is the transition. So you can select the transitions that you want. The ones that are not here, this is how you order it. Okay, so you have the order of each of them. So we have the video transition and then more tools. Okay. Now this screen is looking like it's an instant. Once I select, it's going to go live. So you can go to the settings. The settings are at the top over here. Okay, let me show you in camera where I'm going. So you see where my hand is, the extreme end there. Okay, so when I select it, I can look at all the settings. I can't look at all of them today, so please do well and come to the Ghana Media Tech Expo and we'll have a look at it. So we are in the classic mode. I like the director mode. So look at this. Now I can let this be the preview. Okay, and then I will preview whatever I want to go before I click here to send it over here. Just look at this. So you can go back and then you have, now you see that the setting is now small down there instead of it being where the program is now over there. Then you can set up your local video. For example, if you play the video, do you want it to resume from the first frame or pause? You want it to loop or you want it to stop once it's finished playing? And one thing I like about this is that the touch is so fast. Once I select it, it will go. Then you have the input. You can select your frame rate for the input that you have. Okay, so if I'm doing gimbal, I may go for 60. Then this is the output, as I was saying. Right now what we are doing is that we mirror it. I can decide to do multi-view out. So look at what you are seeing. Then this is the program out. Okay, then I can decide to select custom. So I can select that image over the HDMI. So look at how I'm selecting. Okay, so this is like you are having to direct what goes on the other two outputs. This is so nice. Okay, so let me go back to my mirror. So you have HDMI output 1 and then you have output 2. So you can also change what you want to change over there. This is so nice. So just imagine I'm doing a production in church and I have this one output going to the main LED screen. I can decide what goes there. So I may decide that only the main camera will be on one of the LED screen. Then the second output to the other screens, I will decide that, okay, the program is going there or another camera is going there. So you see, this is serving as a mini switcher. So you have the main switching going on, but you can also decide what goes to the two outputs, right? And this is something I'm trying to see, and they've added all of this. What it means is that if you are doing Zoom and you don't want, especially Zoom, when they are doing presentation and you don't want the other cameras coming in, you can just output that. And you can do the same, I think, in the UVC. So if you go to the type C here, you can put it on. So once you put it on, it should be able to output the video for you. So when it's enabled, the data cable is properly connected toggle. So ensure it's enabled before connecting. So I've even connected my hard drive there. Then the almighty NDI. So you have NDI, you can output NDI. But one nice thing about the NDI is that you can also output what you want people to see. So if I want you to see only the cam 1, I'll output it. And then this is internal storage. You can format here. This is the video over here. So there's a video I recorded yesterday. Then SD card, there's no SD card. This is the other hard drive. I have 275 gig left. Then web and mobile and web control. So if you want to control, there's a configuration you go and do. Then they have a device called YoloDeck that you can configure. So the YoloDeck is like, yes. How do I even explain it? So it's a hardware device that have buttons that you can customize. So instead of me doing a touch here, I will just select all of that on the YoloDeck, and I'll be able to use it without having a challenge. There's one thing I have forgotten, which is where you have your sound. So you can see that the PGM is on. If I want HDMI sound, I will just put it on and you see it at the top there. Okay. So NDI is also bringing sound. That is one thing I like about this, that you have the sound coming through the NDI. If you are sending it out on the same NDI, all machines connected to the NDI can have access to it. So for example, if I go to a program and people also want to connect to my video to be able to stream, I just have to connect them to my router, and they will have access to the video to be able to use for streaming, right? So look at how nice this device is looking. You can set it yourself. You know, if I go live right now, I'll be live on this platform that I selected. So let me go back. Okay, so this is where I set up. You see that they are saying open or resume because I have not started streaming, and so it will be there till the day is over, and then they will take it off. Then one I think is that you can actually set your event in YOLO cast. So if you can see that I've set up event before. Some of them funeral of the late Mr. William Owusu, burial and memorial service of Mrs. Augustine. So you can see I've done all of that using the YOLO cast, and it is able to stream. I stream to one platform and distribute it to the other one. Okay, so I just have to go back. Now, if you want to set up an event, you just, let me enter. You just click on the addition sign you are seeing down there. Okay, you click on it, then you can decide to use the previous event setting. I don't want to. So you give the title, description, then date and time. Then you look for the thumbnail you want to use. So it's not on the SD. Let me see USB. I have a lot of thumbnails here. I can just pick the thumbnail. So let me pick this. Or you go to the YOLO cast. So this is a funeral I was doing. You select and then it will be there. So if you go to your YouTube, if you create the event, this is the picture or the thumbnail that will be showing. Okay. So let me go back. So as I mentioned, if you open it from the beginning, you have only live streaming and then monitor mode. If you are using the Ultra, that one you can see that there is a third one which is for TikTok. Okay. Then let's enter the monitor mode. What's the difference you see? The monitor mode, you will not be able to see the streaming platforms. So this one you are just recording, but any other thing, you'll be able to see them here. The volume, the record, where you set your bit rate, the replay, where you add a music, then the video transition. All of them are going to be the same. The only difference is that there will not be anything on go live, but you will have the record over here. So if you go to record, you can record on the device that you have selected when you come here. So if I select this, if I go to record, you see that that's what will be showing, and you'll be able to stream. So today I sent this to ATTC PRWC, connected 3 cameras to it, and we use it for the whole day. It was just easy for the lady doing the switching to just select, and you have your stream. So this device is able to help you to do a lot. You don't have to connect to a PC. One nice thing is that if you are mobile, you are going to somewhere, you can just put this in your bag. It's having a screen already. It's not that you are now, some of us, we carry a whole TV. I've seen people carrying 65 inches TV to go and do live streaming. Okay, so this is it. This is how it's looking like. The build is also looking very strong. There is an antenna here, 8 HDMI, 2 HDMI outputs, and so this is a very good device. The supply in Ghana is Impact Photos. So if you need some, kindly let me know and we will get it for you. But this will be on display at the Accra Digital Center on the 7th and 8th. I will personally be there to take you through. You have the chance to play around it. So I'll be taking questions. Let me see if people sent questions already. Let me take questions. Hey, it looks like my hand pressed something and they say I've sent an invitation to somebody. Please don't join them. So you are a great blessing to the body of Christ. Amen. YOLO Live box is how much? So that's a very important question. So you can just imagine what all this can do. And so you should be expecting a very cool amount. It's 24,600. 24,600. That's what they've Impact sent to me. God bless you. Okay, so this is Prophet Suglo. Yes, Prosper. I have been helping him to get some items. Even this week, I was able to get some items for him, send it to him. One nice thing about me working it out for you is that I'm able to really bargain to get you a good deal, okay? There are times some people will call you, you tell them, and then they are listening to somebody else, they'll go and buy the thing, and it doesn't even benefit them. So that's what I've been doing for them. Won't there be a delay with the NDI audio? No, there's no delay. I tried the last time, and there was no delay. I was having the sound, and surprisingly, I'd forgotten that the sound was coming. And I was just sitting there. I wanted to go live. Then it occurred to me, this is having NDI. Let me add it and add this. And when I added it, the sound came and it was okay. There was no delay. If there's a delay in the video, the delay comes with the audio. There will be a little delay, but it's the same. It will be sync. It will be sync with the video. Okay. Please, what's the name of the device? So this is YoloBox Extreme. This is YoloBox Extreme. It's an 8-channel switcher. It's looking this way. You see, it's in a case, so you can carry it. One nice thing about the cage is that they have all this that will hold your HDMI cable and other cables into place. You know, some of you, when you are removing HDMI cable, you hold it and shake it before you remove it. Then when the HDMI is fault, you'll be saying that, HDMI. I don't know. I'm able to keep my HDMI, even though I'm using it for business. My guys, they know. They roll it. They make sure when they are packing, they know how to remove it. If I see you shaking it, then there will be trouble. So it's very important when you are removing HDMI cables, kindly pay attention. I've seen people just remove it and just remove the whole head, spoiling it. Okay, so don't just be in a hurry to remove HDMI cable. Just make sure you do it well, or else you'll be buying HDMI cable every time. Any questions? Questions on the YoloBox? So this is the YoloBox Extreme. Is there any question? Even if you have a different question not related to this, you can ask, and I will give you an answer. Now, today, Wanda is not supposed to be here to help me. That's why I was stranded from the beginning. I normally have challenge with a lot of people, extra hands. So most of the time when you see me doing live streaming, it's only me. And this is the device I can use. Anytime I go live on TikTok, I'm using the YoloBox because it's easy for me to just switch when it is here and I'm gone. I don't have to go and get a screen and connect and all of that. Okay. I have also promised a lot of you that I'll be coming to your church, but it's not that easy. Getting a team to move around. Secondly, the equipment I'm using is for my company, and I don't have to put too much pressure on it. So I'm praying that I'll work out something to be able to get extra cameras to be able to do that, to come around. I'm able to get gimbal, okay? I'm be able to get gimbal, and I'm hoping. So if your church wants to buy equipment, just let me know, and I will get it for you. I'm picking questions. I'm in Ivory Coast. Can you come? Oh, why not? If they provide the tickets, I'll be there. I want to go to Kenya next year, So those of you in Kenya, if you provide the ticket, I'll come. So I'll take questions. Let me be playing my music. The Ghana Media Tech Expo is happening on the 7th and 8th. I've done some music for it. If you are not asking a question, I'll be playing the music in the background. It's even playing. I'll be doing a video on this music, and you see. If you have any question for me, oh yes, how come I didn't show you lower third? That's a very good question.
This is Ghana's moment. A space where innovation
I didn't see overlays. Where is it gone to?
and the tools of creation are in your hands.
I'm coming. Let me restore the other. So overlay is over here. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. So the first one you see, that looks like a layer. That is, yes. And the overlay is so nice. Okay, lower third. So you click on add overlay. They have some they've customized already over here. Okay. You have these ones here, so you can do your own typing. What I normally do is I connect HDMI keyboard, and I'm able to type. Okay. Then if you want to add the image, you can look for where you think it is. So let's see. This is Catalyst. I can resize it and put it here. And one nice thing is that you can add as many as you want. So for example, if I add in his name, I can go and change the name over here. Okay. Or I can type the name here. So let me say Azasoo Andrew. Done. So when you select it, it will be there. So look at this. So you can see the tool is there. You can go and add more, like the scrolling test. You can do that. You can go to the image, go to where you think you have the file. Look at this, the church logo. The other one is okay. Let me put this over here. And then you select. So you can see all these logos are showing over there, right? You can add more. I think some time ago I added some here. Okay, it's not there. So let me go through. I added the Ghana Media Tech lower third. That's what I'm looking for, so that I can promote the program. Oh, it's not here. I didn't add it to the hard drive. But basically, that's what you get. Then you have title. So you see the title. Your channels are also here. Then you have a timer. So you are going to start in 10 minutes. You can select any of them. You set the time. So if I come here, I can set the time. Start in this 10. I can change it to 5 minutes. Okay. Then once you select it, you have it showing over there. So you can just tap on all of them and they will be gone. So you have timer, you have video source. So you can even pick any of these video source to be an overlay. Then the YoloCast, if you put all these in the YoloCast, so this one I've added some there before. Then web overlay. That is where when you go to this web lower text, you can add them here. And then So singular live is here. They are showing you the places the ones you can use. Okay, so they are even telling you that I have singular.live. The H2R graphics, I know of that one too. So this is where you add the lower third. So sorry I didn't show you that. It's very important part of it. Thank you, Iceman. Okay. You said you have two HDMI output on it. Can we talk about it again? Yes, so there's two HDMI output here. It's over here. So it's two outputs. And I mentioned that if you go into the setting, you will see the output here. So output setting, you see the HDMI output. If I go in it, you see output 1. You can change it. Okay. So output 1 is connected to this device over here. And I can decide to change it to multi. That's what I've done. Custom. And then mirror out. So the mirror out is what I'm using. And this is it. This is the cable I've connected over here. Then you have the second one, which is program out. So I can also connect that one to any, maybe TV or any other device, and I'll be able to have it. Okay. One nice thing is that you can connect the webcam. So let me see if I can connect this. This is Osmo. I'm looking for HDMI cable. Okay, let me remove this one. I have done program out instead of mirror out. Okay, so this is Type-C cable. And I'm going to connect this. So if I have the Type A, I'll connect it here, but because of this, I'll just remove this hard drive and then connect. Okay. And it should serve as a webcam. This is not okay. So webcam. So you see it's appearing here. So this is it. So I can actually use this and be talking and see myself. Let me go and exposure is on. Okay, so look at this. So you can connect your webcam and use it. Okay. Then I also mentioned about the phone that you can also connect. If you connect Type-C to HDMI, it will come. Then let me use this Rode app and see if I'll be able to see the NDI. So this one, I'm going to separate the video. So I'm making you good use of the front and the back. It's combined, so I'll separate it. YoloCast is on. I go to add NDI. So it's either showing. Let me see if it's not separated. Okay, so I have to go to dual, so it will restart so that I can see the two. It's separated. Let me go back. So you can see we have two NDI, the back and the front camera. And just look at this. So this is the front one. But I believe if I connect the Type-C to LAN, it should be better. Right now it's not that smooth. And this is the other side of the studio. Okay. So I think I've shown you the HDMI output. Let me check if somebody has a question on YouTube. Okay, there's no question on YouTube. Please, what software are you using? I'm not using a software. I'm using YoloBox Extreme. So it's not a software. I still keep on begging that if you are coming for any of the sessions for the Ghana Media Tech, I'm begging you. Last year we had 1,000 people. This time around, we are limiting the number to the sessions. For the exhibition, you can come. There will be a lot of shops there. This week we will finalize on Canon. Canon will bring cameras. I think Sony will also be there. Rode will be there. All the shops, a lot of them will be there. I've been going to the shops to tell them. Okay, so they will be there. So just keep money. Can I send a request to explain my second question? Yes, you can. Let me know the second question. Then I'll answer quickly before I leave the live. So Iceman, what's the second question? Or or if you have it in there. So this device is good for those of you doing podcasts. You can set this up and you are good to go. You just have to tap and you have your camera selected. How many sound input will you need for your projection? How many sound input will you need for a projection? In what terms projection? So if you are talking about this device, the sound output, the sound is coming out from the HDMI and then from the type C at the top, which is the UVC. So I don't know. I have to. Okay, you want to join the live, right? I'm coming. I need a headset to be able to listen to you. I have some plan to get a bigger space, more rooms. This place is not big. Then I will take, if a church want training, I'll pick the whole team and do training for them. This microphone is too sensitive. Iceman, once I'll allow you, those on YouTube, they will not be able to hear you. So I'm coming. Okay, so I'm connected. Yeah, even I can hear you. You're welcome. Okay. Okay. I get it. Okay. So as I explained, let me see. So if you look at the second output, for example, this second output, you go to custom, I can select, to the extent that I can even select the custom one I did. So something like this, let me select, this is a custom where I have my video here. And if I have easy worship coming to the, let's say the black side is easy worship, I can send that out to the input 2, the output 2. The output 1 is what is doing the mirror here. I can decide to send program out. I can come into the custom to also send what I want to send out. At the same time, whatever I'm doing here, if I tap here, whatever I'm sending out, okay, will be what I'm streaming and going to my platforms, my social media platform. So you can send this separately there. Then when you come to the output, you can decide that I want only scriptures to show in the auditorium for the first output. I want camera, I want to shoot on the second output. So it's possible. What you are saying there is possible. You can send any of the feed that you want and it will show. Okay? So it's not anything difficult. Those days it's difficult because they don't allow you to output and customize and send something different. But now you are able to do that. So I think I understand your question. Is that it? Yes, so you can do that. You're welcome. Okay, so a lot of the switches coming now have that. Some of them you have to go into the software to be able to do it. I'll be doing a video on the Azasoo stream. They have also that. One thing they have is that they have a button you can actually press to send something to the output. But theirs is, I think, one output, one is program and one is multi-view. And then the second or the third one is the UVC that you can connect to your PC to stream. So a lot of them are having it. So just that you have to go into the software to change it if you are not connected. But the YoloBox, you can just do everything by just a tap. You're welcome. Hey, somebody is asking if this is Vimeo. This is not Vimeo. This is YoloBox Extra. Please, how much do I need to get a full setup for a podcast? I cannot give a definite answer. We will have to calculate the microphone. So how many microphones you are looking for? You have to look for the switcher you want. If it's YoloBox, as I mentioned, this is 24,600. That is if you're in Ghana. Your microphones. Yeah, so we'll look at all these options. If you are using the YoloBox and you want Rodecaster Video or Rodecaster Pro 2 for you to be able to connect, especially if you are doing about 4 people podcast, then you have to. So I can't give it off head. I have to do a list for you to be able to tell you how much you need. Is there a question? Madrid Araba, how are you doing? I'm good. I want to ask about sync. So I think it's sync. The sound will sync with the video. But one nice thing is that even if it doesn't, when you go to the audio, okay, there is a delay. So you see there is delay. I can go into the delay to delay the sound and all. So it's having a delay built in it. Are you using ATEM or a separate sound device? No, I'm not using ATEM. I didn't want to mention the device, but it's a Rodecaster Video I'm using. That's what connects the microphone for me. So I have the Rodecaster Pro 2.2 over there. I sometimes connect, and through Type-C, I'll connect to the device. So the person who asks how much you need, we have to do that calculation for you. Is this Vimix? This is not Vimix. This is YoloBox Extreme. It's a device. So the device you see in front of me. Please, when I'm streaming to TikTok using the Vimix, the sound is not coming. Please, can you help me set? Yeah, so sound will not come. So you have to, when you are using the studio, right? When you output it, unless you go and get this virtual sound to be able to use. But one nice thing is that whatever sound you are using in Vimix, you can still select that sound in the TikTok studio. It will come. It's only video that you can't select. But for sound, you can select the sound. Okay. Please, those of you asking what software, it's not software, it's a device. That is the interface of the device I'm showing you, how you can use it. Hey, today, those of you on YouTube, you are not asking questions. Okay, so I've done 1 hour. If there's no question, okay, another question is, so with this device, can I still get a feed from my Mixer console for recording? So with this device, can I still get a feed from my Mixer console? Yeah, you can get a feed. You can send a feed out, you can get a feed, you can record on the device. I mean, it's just work like any of them. Please, are you using camera or phone for the video input, please? Hey, the quality of the video you are seeing is actually a camera. So there are about 4 cameras. This one is even off. There is one on a gimbal over here. There is 2, 70 to 200 Canon R. But the one you are seeing here is this device that I've connected. This is the Osmo. This one. That's what you are seeing here. I'm asking about the mic. Help the manager. Oh, you are talking about the Synco. That's the talkback, the comms or the talkback. You can give it any name. Yes. So that one, yeah, you can talk to the people. They can talk to you. When they bring down the microphone side of it, they can bring it down and talk to you. So if that's what you are talking about. You say you have to make list of the YOLO device. Please update us. I will do a list and let you know. God bless you for the education. I will be glad if it's a customer central. You haven't completed. So the person asking about the mic that help the manager communicate, that is a talkback, or people will say comms. I think I put one on my platform. It's 6,249. You can get it from the shops. I'll check how many of them have it. Now, what I will be doing is that I will only promote the shops that are able to come to the Ghana Media Tech Expo. Those who are not able to represent, I will not be promoting any of their products on my platform. Yeah, it should be we should be able to support each other. Please, is there a way to connect more than 3 cameras to my laptop to shoot? So if you want to connect 3 cameras, you need a switcher. If you connect capture card, 3 capture card, you just let the machine run too much. Your CPU will have a problem. So get a switcher. Okay, there are some cheap ones in the system if you don't have the budget. I'll be glad if I can get some PDF or tutorials to educate my people on church media. Okay, thank you. Sometimes it's difficult to do documentation. It's not that easy. I just realized that the YoloBox, the sound, is having sound. I can hear the sound coming from it. Let me mute this one and see. Hello? Hello? So I can't hear again. Okay. Thank you, sir. I think I have to meet with you to get my media staff there in Ghana. Hey, which country? Is it Nigeria? And don't you think it will be too expensive in Ghana than Nigeria? I was just testing the sound to see if it was coming from the YoloBox. Hey, which country is the green? Is it Gambia? You have sent Sierra Leone. Okay, I don't know how items are expensive over there, so I can't talk about them. Please, can you help me install the item on my laptop? The item, just go to Google, you get the software. And if you connect the Type-C, that's the UVC, you don't need a software to be able to use it. It will connect to any of the streaming platform, okay? So if you're using VMAs, OBS, you'll be able to use that. Okay, so I'm going to end those on